Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle Podcast with Hype. This is episode 104. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Special guest in the building. Reintroduce yourself to the audience.
What up, what up, what up, man? You already know what it is. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, baby.
Copy that. That is my man from the E-Block Radio Network, where you find the How to Hustle Podcast with Hype every Monday, 2 o'clock on the E-Block Radio Network. The exclusive home of the video of the How to Hustle Podcast with Hype.
For sure.
Since we already there, let's keep it going. GFT Radio Network every Tuesday, 2 o'clock. Wednesday, 216 The Blend, 12 midnight, 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Then we go Friday, I Say Podcast Radio Network, 10 a.m. on Fridays. Saturdays is 10 a.m. on THC Media. West Coast, what's happening? We still need something out there. At H2H Cleaning. H2H Cleaning is my cleaning company. We do roofing, plumbing, HVAC cleanups, cleanouts, flooring, carpeting. If you make it worth my while, Q, we will slide out to the D and we will make it happen out there.
Word.
That is at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. Then we go Custom Hustle World. That's my clothing line. Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co. on Twitter. We do custom jerseys, jackets, t-shirts, sneaks, and sweatsuit. Yes, the sneakers are available in any color that you want them in. And you can get something else on the side other than Custom Hustle that's going to cost you a little extra. You're out of town, shipping and handling will be a little more, but we'll take care of you. We won't kill you. And the jackets are one of one unless you buy four. You design them yourself. You pick your own colors, names, however you want it designed. Yes, you can have it that way. It's called custom for a reason. Now, episode 104. Got my man Q back in the saddle. We're kind of going to look things a little different today with Q. We're going to get to know Q a little bit here. All right.
All right.
So we're going to sit down, relax, put your feet up, Q, and let's start off with this one.
Yep.
What does the world need you for?
Oh, shit.
You didn't know it was coming this deep.
I didn't know it was coming like that. Shit. What does the world need me for? You know what? I've been using so much of the time figuring out what I needed the world for. Let me see what they need me for, dog. Shit. That's a good ass question.
As paid talent like myself can throw stuff out there like that. I answer it for you. I answer it for you first, Q. Let me get you built up here.
All right, go ahead.
You need me because I'm a person that connects everything. I'm the type of person who makes things. I know that I can make things happen. I know if somebody hits me and say, yo, you know anybody in Detroit who can do this, that, or whatever? Yeah, I do. I actually know 2 or 3 people. How you need it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
If you hit me and say, yo, my cousin hit me and said, I got stuck in Dallas. Yo, what's popping down here tonight? I get you a whole itinerary. My man told me, yo, I'm going to Vegas. What's popping out here? I hit my folks in Vegas, and she sends me a whole drink. Says, if they into this, they go here. If you're into that, go here. If it's whatever day of the week, you can go here.
Okay, I dig that.
I'm that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? International hype is not just a hashtag. It's a way of life. So I believe that's what the world needs me for. You need me to connect all your situations because everything is a hustle.
Damn. So you got that shit prepared. I was about to say something lame like this, dog. You just need me for good energy, bro. Like I bring good energy to any situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing, dog. I'm more of the glass half full than glass half empty type nigga and shit, dog. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I know people throw this around a lot about people having bad energy and shit like that, but in real life, dog, that shit is so real, bro. Like that shit kind of pissed me off.
Bad joint, bro.
Right, for sure. So instead of because what some people do though. I know a lot of people say, like, I want to get rid of all the bad energy. Like, I want to stay away from it. Like, I don't really care. Like, if you got bad energy, I try to change that shit. I don't just run from it. I try to change it because some niggas giving off bad energy don't even realize they doing it. So, like, sometimes you need me to get that little spin for you, help you out your rut. You feel me?
I don't even want to say this. That's my daughter. I tell her that all the time. You're making that face, though. She's like, I ain't even doing nothing. You are, though, in case you don't know it.
Don't even know it, bro. I'm telling you.
All right, see, look.
That's a good ass question, though. I like that shit. I might steal that motherfucker.
I mean, listen, I tell people all the time, I'm a habitual plagiarist, okay? If I'm listening to something on the Wake and Bake show, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. If it's something that I like, I will plagiarize, but I will say, shouts out to the Wake and Bake. I stole this from them.
For sure, I did.
As long as you give me the yo hype, this was from you, copy. I'm good with that. But
all right, no doubt.
Somebody having good energy though, bro. Let's not just gloss over that because it's good to have good people around. It's good to have a positive situation around. Yeah. Niggas that are encouraging, niggas that are looking for us to get to the niggas are looking for us to win and not just for me to win.
For sure.
Like so we're not gonna gloss over any of those type of things. It's one of them things, like I always tell people, I kind of picked this up recently now, is even though I just said I always.
I get what you're saying.
I don't tell people like, yeah, I'm trying to do. No, I'm doing. I ain't trying for nothing. We making it happen. We're too far in the game to be trying. We either doing it or we're not.
Oh, you ain't. That's true.
Yeah. Now, this was the next one that I had for you. Q. What is the problem that you need to solve? Excuse me. What is the problem you want to solve? Should I say?
The problem I want to solve, let me see, is a couple of things. The problem I want to solve, for one, is with myself, and that's procrastination, dog. That's a problem that I got that I know I need to solve. But I'm gonna tell you why it's so hard to solve, and then I'm gonna get to the second one. Procrastination is so hard for me to solve because, like, I'm so motherfucking clutch in the, you know what I'm saying, in the pinch. So, like, I feel like I'm so good at it that I push it off to the last minute because I know I can pull it off. But that shit sucked, though. At the end of the day, though, it kind of builds tension. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get rid of that. I want to actually have some plans in place instead of executing at the last second like I normally do. That's one problem.
Second problem, chaos type joint.
Yeah, for sure, like I do. But in real life, that shit ain't healthy, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, in real life, it ain't healthy. Like, for real. Now, the second problem I want to solve is the podcasting problem, which I think we're attempting to do that now. And that's just to bring all of these Black voices together and try to go in the same direction. So I think that's what I'm working on now. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man's everybody. Shout out to all my peoples out at Afros and Audios Podcast Festival. Out in my man Julius out in Colorado. I'm trying to connect all of these dots so we can kind of start going on the same path, because like it's enough out here for all of us. And I think that the thing I hate that people say all the time is that when you say you got a podcast, people say everybody got a podcast, but in real life they do, but everybody not doing it well. And even if we do all have one, it's still enough for all of us. So like, if we can put all this shit together, we can really get moving in the right direction. Because as many of us that have a podcast, we still only like 3% of all the podcasts in the world. Like, it's not a lot of Black podcasters for real. Like, they mostly white. Let's just keep it real.
So, all right, this is how me and you connected from the rip. Because you was on Shouts Out to Onk, Shouts Out to Jock Johnson.
For sure. Yep, shout out to Jock.
I heard you on there, and the stuff that you was saying on the Jock, I said, this all ties in together because he was procrastinating the whole situation. Kept hitting you saying, yo, bro, we need to talk. Yo, bro, we need to talk.
So you know me.
And didn't know you from nothing. Yeah. Just the way you was carrying yourself on the show, the stuff that you was talking, I was like, this type boy I want to have on my corner.
For sure.
This is the type of energy. This is the same thing. Like, again, go back to the positive energy situation. This is the type of situation that I want, because this is what I want to do with us.
Yeah.
And you got to get with like-minded people who are, like you said, doing good quality. Yeah, I don't care how many podcasts you listen to. You're only going to get hyped from this podcast. This is the only place you're getting me from.
Exactly.
Like, you might have something similar in time, similar in style, similar in delivery, but they ain't me.
Yeah, and for sure.
That's the thing that everybody tries to give you those demeaning type answers with is, oh, everybody got a podcast. Yeah, everybody ain't me though. Everybody's not making money off this situation. Everybody's not a professional with this situation. Everybody's not good talent at this. Paid talent, baby. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not that. So, anybody who has Wi-Fi and headphones can do a podcast. But
theoretically, yeah.
That's how you see it. It's so many pages that have 3, 4, 5 episodes and then they die out. You see, they ain't had a post since 2021. That's not the same lane. That's not the lane that I'm in. Exactly. That's not the lane of the people that you're talking about.
Right.
So let's also decipher what these different situations is. Some people have a hobby of a podcast. Some people are professionals and paid talent with this. Those are two totally different lanes that you are in. No what doubt. You're talking about is the professional end, which is why me and you are here, and we can find out how to host a podcast behind every Monday, 2:00 on the E-Block Radio Network. Go ahead, though. You had something else, though, that you saying you wanted to do?
Oh, no, that was just them two things right there. Them my two problems I want to solve.
Common sense is the problem I want to solve. And it ain't even that you could solve common sense. So let me just switch it even to think before you act.
Yeah.
Whenever you just say, man, I was mad, then you probably made a bad decision.
For sure.
That's an episode that we just did recently. Shout out to my man Nah. We did my man Nutmeg Nah, excuse me. Let me, you know what I'm saying, throw him out properly. You gotta think with your head, not your heart. Your heart will have you making the emotional decisions of, oh well, I was mad. And that's not a good thing. If you know, oh well, I was mad, then that means you shouldn't be making a decision right now. Because you must always make your decisions from a place of rational thought.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to get to a point where we think before we just do.
Especially as men. I can't express that enough.
Especially as adults, though, bro. Like once we are at the stage of responsibility for other people, you can't just be doing whatever you want. You can't just be doing it because that's how I felt at the moment. Copy. And where did it get you? It got you probably divorced, beat up, robbed, shot, in jail. Like your cousin hit because you got smart with your dude, and your cousin was sweet for it. You never know what these situations might be.
No, you never know. For real.
That's why let's think rationally. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Now, Q, what do you love?
Aside from loose women,
everybody loves those. Okay, okay, everybody loves those. We don't need to. It was we get 100% agreement there.
I think what I love the most, and what I would really love is freedom, and a lot of times that's financial, that's stress, just free from all of that shit. That's what I desire. So I know that's what I would love the most. I would say freedom. I try to get deep on you and shit. I was trying to match your strip and shit. Trying to get deep and shit.
I'm gonna just say responsibility.
Yeah.
Because
you love that shit? That's what's up.
That's what's up. Because like I said on last week's episode, shout out to my sis Rel.
For sure. Shout out to her.
Since I was 9 and graduated to 4th grade and got an autograph book, my mentality was, well, damn, all right, you got a couple $100. How can we turn this into some more money? As a kid.
At 9?
Yes, at 9.
Boy, you've been on it.
At 9, I get my autograph book. My cousin owned an Islamic store down the street.
Okay.
And he told me he could sell me 25 pies for $25. Yeah. I could sell these pies for $2 and make $25 a week.
Right.
My brother older than me. All right, hey, look, bro, let's go hit after we don't move them all to Juma. Let's hit the barbershops. Let's ride around the hood and see if we can move them. Yeah. This is what I'm thinking as a 9-year-old.
At 9.
As a kid, I never liked asking my mom or my dad for money.
Yeah.
Like if my mom gave me the money, then copy. But if I woke up and the money wasn't there, I'd be like, damn, you saying I got no bread this week. I figure it out.
Let me go get it.
Yeah. That was before I even got a wife, kids, and
responsibilities,
all the different stuff that I got now.
Right.
So like now, once you got that, now it ain't no excuses. It ain't no you don't feel like it. Again, you ain't no what you feel like. It's what has to be done. So having those responsibilities just makes me more of me. It makes me more of having to connect all your situations, making sure your energy is positive, because you got to deal with these little people and try to mold them and shape them and still be a husband and still be a host. And damn, we got a cleaning job, or he needs 2 jackets, 3 jerseys. Custom Hustle World. I'll be able to do all that different stuff though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, very expensive plugs. These joints ain't cheap. But you gotta be able to do all of that stuff. And without that, that responsibility makes me know there is no you can't, you won't, you just got to, which is what it is.
Facts. I feel you. I love responsibility though. I don't know if I love it.
If you don't want to
run from it though.
See, look, if you ain't got no responsibility though, then you sit around doing too much of the stuff that you want to do. The stuff that you want to do is going to lead you into. This is a collect call from Q.
Right. Put some on my JPEG cut.
Damn, bro, I need some money for these soups.
Right. Damn.
If you had to teach something, what would it be?
If I had to teach something, it would be. And I'm choosing a age range for this. If I had something to teach, I would want to teach teenage boys how to communicate. I mean, because I think that's where we lose in our teen and our youth is communication, dog. They don't know how to talk to each other. They don't know how to talk to adults. They don't know how to interact with authority figures. So they need to be taught communication. I think somehow I learned communication skills, and I think if more of my peers had that kind of education during those ages, then so many of them wouldn't be dead or in jail right now. Like I remember talking to one of the little homies and shit out. Like he one of the niggas who don't live in the city. Like he grew up in the suburbs, but he trying to be something that he ain't. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to really sit him down. Like, dog, how many of your homies is dead or in jail, bro? He's like, none. I was like, well, Quit trying to live a life that you don't fucking want, my nigga. Because if I could get all the niggas that's dead and in jail back, and we didn't have to live the life that we used to live, shit, I wouldn't. Fuck that shit shit ain't glorious. That shit is not glorious, bro. It might be good for an Oscar nominated movie, but it ain't good for real life.
Yeah, for you to really have them bumps, bruises, and scars, yeah, that wasn't as fun as 50 edited. It wasn't as fun as 50 edited.
Right, exactly, dog. That shit's TV. Real life, man. You don't want them problems. So yeah, that would be what I would teach communication. Just learn how to communicate, express your fucking feelings, and just keep it fucking moving. Like I don't know, these kids just, I don't know, man, it's scary.
But see, that it's one of them things I always say. Go back to the kids is always old heads. If you don't know how to respect no authority, if there was never no authority to be respected,
there you go.
Just because a nigga is the oldest, don't mean that he should be respected as the authority. You got to
definitely ain't an OG.
Like I said this on the joint and we did it last time. I don't respect the way that so many people move that I can't just listen to you because you're older. I got to see that you're actually doing something that goes, oh no, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh no, that was, you know, like that was the way to go. That was the move. So like you kind of got to show them something to make them want to follow what you're telling them. You could tell them whatever. This is the funny thing about words is you can say anything. Like,
right.
But actions is all that matters. I could have told you when we first talked, nah, bro, I'm having them episodes going to be right there for you. They're going to be in your box. And then every Tuesday you could be hitting me saying, hi, you supposed to be on Monday. What happened?
Yeah.
I can tell you whatever, but the proof is going to be in the pudding. The proof is going to be, oh no, he got 4 episodes sitting right there for me. I ain't even had to say nothing to him.
Hell yeah. Now all my goofy ass gotta do is actually do it.
And I just gotta do is not procrastinate, make sure these joints is up on time.
Exactly. That's a whole other conversation.
Tie it all back in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Any talent like myself, we can do that type of thing.
I see we got one in the bank now too. I'm gonna get to it as soon as we get off here.
Copy that. You know what I'm saying? That'll be up for you, know what I'm saying.
For sure.
Now, for me, damn, if I had to teach something, it would be big picture thinking. Just like you saying, the youngins, when you in like that between 15 and 17, let's just call it. Because these is the years where a lot of these decisions that you're making is going to shape the rest of your life. Getting in that car is going to shape the rest of your life. Not getting in the car, going to her house, making her your girl, cheating on her, just like a lot of that stuff is going to shape the rest of forever. And it's like, I want you to understand that the world is just bigger than whatever hood you grew up in.
Yo, blocks, for sure.
It's deeper than just what's at both ends of the corner. Yep. It's just like we communicate, and it's a nigga in Detroit who think just like you for the young nigga from Philly. It's a nigga in LA who's moving just like you. Now it's a little different because they can communicate with each other. They can have whole relationships that we didn't have. But you also got to be thinking we can do that. Don't let nobody else put their own insecurities and their lack of division on you that stunts your growth. I'm quite sure when you started E-Block, when y'all started this, God knows how many years ago.
Right. Shit, 12.
I told y'all, oh yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Right. For sure.
Y'all just BSing down there. Y'all ain't really doing nothing. But if you don't see the vision, copy. That's what's up. You don't get it. I don't need to explain it to you. Either you get it or you don't. Because there's somebody somewhere else who's going, damn, that's just like me and my homies. Or that makes perfect sense to me. Like,
hell yeah.
You just got to make sure that you think bigger than what your situation is. Because the world is so much bigger.
That's what makes it wild.
And you can move. Like, you have to stay here.
Ain't got no chains on, right?
Yeah. You could get a one-way ticket to Arkansas and be a whole new nigga. Like,
be a whole new nigga, though. And that's what's crazy about now, though. Like, and I ain't making no excuse for, us back in the day, but at least back in the day, these avenues to see what life is like on the other side wasn't available. Like now, you can see what niggas is doing somewhere else. Like it makes the world that much smaller. So for me, it's even dumber for you to not to be trying to do something better because you can actually see what's going on over here. Before we couldn't see. Like, I'm old, niggas. Before the internet shit, wasn't no internet for real. Like, I don't know what niggas doing over here. You know what I'm saying? So
Bro,
Like now that you know, do something better.
My first computer had the back like Trina on it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know flat screen. Yeah. My first computer wasn't no flat screen joint. You know what I'm saying? You used to have to hook up the house phone to the computer, and now can't nobody call the crib, and there ain't no cell phones like that. Yeah,
my
I'm
nigga,
from that era.
My nigga, I still got an AOL email account, bro. Don't fuck around.
Chill. Hold up. What is your AOL email, and how can the folks reach you?
Bro, QLewis@AOL.com, bro. I still got that shit. Don't play with me, man. I'm that old. Dial it up. Don't call the phone. I'm getting ready to get online. Nigga, hell yeah.
Yo, you know how many
and
times
kept the email address, bro.
You know how many times my mom screamed up the steps, "Get off the computer!"
Yeah, that shit definitely going to the down tone. You try to call me, I'm on that shit. Damn.
All right. One last joint.
For sure.
What do you tell 18-year-old Q?
Oh shit. What do I tell 18-year-old Q? Damn. That's kind of a good one and shit though. I think I tell 18-year-old Q to keep thinking the way you're thinking, because you've always thought big and shit, but be considerate of other people's feelings. And I say that because I was really brash when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like I always thought bigger. Like I always thought, you know what I'm saying, that the world was bigger than my couple blocks, but I always discounted other people's feelings and shit. It wasn't until after I became an adult and understood that in order to build relationships, in order to bring good energy, you have to be cognizant of the people around you. And for a while, that just wasn't me. I was just like, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. This is me. This is what I'm doing. And that's a way to be to a certain extent. But at some point, you with the people, you got to live amongst the people, dog. So that's what I would tell you, like, nigga, relax. Luckily, I was able to get through that shit without something absolutely foolish happening. So I'm thankful for that shit, for sure. But yeah, that's why I'll tell them, like, keep the big picture, keep that ambition, but be cognizant of people's feelings, dog. Like, for real.
Shouts out to my man Q, who will be giving his credit on the topic that I just wrote down in the future on How to Hustle podcast.
Hey, look, because you hit me with some shit like I'm really about to go back and think about. Like, damn.
Nah, man, you know that's what we like to do over here at the How to Hustle podcast. We ain't paid talent, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're not just doing. We don't have just a weekend hobby over here. We're making classics, baby.
Right. Facts.
Man, we trying to sell out Wells Fargo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We trying to get this thing on the road. What's y'all joint out there? Little Caesars? Oh yeah.
Little Caesars.
We trying to get Little Caesars sold out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Shout out to Little Caesars, man. New Edition just did their thing last night. I missed the concert though.
Hey man, listen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know. Look, we need all cheese back here, all stuffed crust joints, you know what I'm saying? On the sponsorship.
Dog, stuffed crust is my shit, dog.
I would tell 18-year-old Hype, lay off the butter. Don't drink so many Mystics.
Yeah, Mystics. Dog, what? That used to be my shit.
Oh, what?
Glass of sugar, bro.
Yeah, the whole big glass joints. You shake the joint up. Yeah. You never thought shaking all of that up was just, nigga, you know how much syrup is in this joint?
All kind of sugar in that motherfucker, bro. Yeah. For real.
Man, lay off the Mystics and butter.
Yeah, lay off that shit for sure.
But for real, it would be listen to what your mom is saying. My mom said when I was my mom said when I was like 14, like you should try to do like a radio show type of thing.
When you was 14? What?
I got my computer. I'm 14. Like I said, with the Trina back. And it was like, you can't do no radio show. Like, how you do a joint on the internet? What you talking about? Like,
right.
Now, I always tell people, I talked about this last week on the episode, where Martin and Stuart Scott was my influences. Martin doing radio on the TV show.
Word.
And Stuart Scott do. Yeah. In my head as a kid, it's like they paying this boy just to sit here and bid with Sean. Somebody really doing that as their job. Like that wouldn't be hard to do. But if I would have listened to her though and started back in 2005 or something, in 2002.
No, hold on, cause I didn't mean to cut you off, dog. Hey, hand me that. My dog just came in and brought me some bourbon because I just got real excited. I don't know if you've seen my faces. Shout out to my dog, Huey, dog. Mr. Oh yeah, Detroit's #1 ambassador. It's one of the podcasts that I produce, and she just brought me some good ass Elijah Craig that I'm about to crack open and shit. Anyway, my bad.
No.
Go ahead, cuz.
Oh no. We gonna get into producer of the year. We doing that
Right.
next. It's called a tease
All
of the
right.
business.
Bet. Well, I'm
But
about
yeah,
to, I'm about to get that some work.
I would go back and like start that situation because like when you look at Bill Simmons' joint and he sold his joint to Spotify for billions, and it was like, damn, if we'd have got on the ground floor of this joint, you didn't know nothing about a podcast back then, so you can't really like retroactively. I'd invested in Google, like yeah, everybody would see that.
Yeah.
But if I would just went with what she was telling me, and I wish she would have just made me do it, like, and you could
we still early though. We still early.
I mean, yeah, now no, it's a whole different situation. Then there's nobody doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, what you mean it's on the internet? And you got a phone, huh? Like how you
right.
It was that type time.
Yeah.
So if you'd have got on the ground floor then, if I'd have jumped on him then, in, like I said, 2005, instead I got in 2017. You know what I'm saying? With 12 years of experience of doing anything, you're gonna be able to do it much bigger and much better. Sure. You should be, because some niggas just be doing, some niggas be actually paying attention.
That's true too. All of that.
Now, since you know what I'm saying, brought that up, let's talk about the producer of the year situation. Give us a little bit of the things that Q produces. Because I know you got the John where it goes. I'm not even gonna try to emulate the Q did that voice because that's not, you know what I'm saying.
Oh, that's my shit. I'm telling you, that shit gonna be when that tag come on.
It's too many niggas on this call for an emulation.
Yeah, it's too many niggas there, but you know how the videos start. You know what I'm saying? Check the yeah, but you know how that shit go. But yeah, that's my thing. That's why I got that tag, because I'm like, this how we doing it. So that's my tag. Every time you hear that shit, you know this one of my joints. So whoever podcast you listening to, it's just like DJ Mustard. Nigga. Like when Mustard shit come on, you know it's his shit. And that's how my shit that's how I wanted my shit to be. So, but my whole thing was, to be honest with you, I started doing this podcast shit so long ago that I ain't really interested in being on camera no more. Like this behind the scenes shit is good for me, because other people have a voice too, and I just want to be able to help them get to where they trying to go. Because when I started, wasn't nobody doing this shit. So like, if I can be the one who can get you past all these obstacles and shit that I had, then let's do this shit together. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that shit, dog. So I love being on the other side of the camera. It's just kind of fun, actually.
That's what made me start doing How to Hustle Seminar. I remember us starting off just screaming at each other in the basement. And I wish I had somebody to tell me, yo, y'all should probably do this. Or you should probably do that. Use this. Or like, just
or this shit ain't working. Don't do that shit.
But and in the beginning, you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what questions to ask because you just don't know. Facts. So it's like, I wish I had somebody there just to tell me those little nuggets that if people start podcasts now, it's like, oh yeah, well, I can tell you these 2-3 things that'll help you out. And you'll go, damn, I never even thought about that. And it's the easiest thing in the world that you never even had never even had a thought in your head that we could have just did that and it made it 10 times better. We got 20 more downloads. 20 more downloads is huge in the beginning.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna drop you off a little nugget right now that I just ran across on YouTube that I started doing to all of my all the podcasts that I got right now. YouTube now have moved to a podcast category and shit, right? So like now what you need to do, if you got obviously I'm doing your video, so I do it on my end. But if you got a podcast, a video podcast on YouTube, whatever playlist you got it in on your YouTube, you got to go into your editor and change the category to podcast. What that's gonna do is that's gonna give you your views on YouTube, but also because it's a category on YouTube, it's gonna give you some extra spins. So whatever you're getting on the views, people actually look up podcasts, your shit might jump up quicker. It's a new category right now. So if you jump in right now, you can kind of get to the top of the algorithm. So that's just a little nugget, for niggas who trying to get their reels up. That's one way to do it.
Also, if you're doing a podcast and you're doing a video, you need to have at least that one download of yourself. How you didn't watch your own joint makes no sense to me.
I ain't gonna lie, dog. I don't. I don't look at my.
It seems like I brought that up for a reason, huh?
I don't look at my own shit. And I guess because I don't look at my shit because I look at everybody else shit. You got to figure I'm producing like 6 other podcasts. I'm looking at everybody else shit. I don't look at mine though. Oddly enough, like I don't know, it's weird. Plus, after you've been doing it for so long, it's just like shit. I seen enough.
Watching that game tape keeps you from being Ben Simmons. Okay.
Don't ever want to be Ben Simmons, my
You
dog.
don't ever want to be Ben Simmons. Now you're faking a back injury. You're almost out of the league. You're lucky I'm fasting. I'd really said something about this ball. All right. Now we're gonna throw the Q. New segment on the show. If I remember, is what I keep telling the guests. Hype on the hot seat. You give me throw 2 joints at me, Q. What you got for me?
All right. If you could start if you could start this podcast and all the hustles you got, if you could start them somewhere else other than Philly, where would that place be?
I would say it would be in the South. So I'm gonna just go with the South is more. So the South is more connective than we are. We are ignorant as hell here in the North. I went to Dallas and did a meet and greet, and I'm trying to think I'm thinking either Dallas, Atlanta, or Houston. It's Dallas, Atlanta, Miami.
Got you. Miami. Okay.
I'm thinking Miami's weather, so you
always,
like
other than hurricanes.
Then hurricanes. Copy is what I was about to say. So we're gonna go with Dallas. I'm gonna just go with Dallas. Just because, like I said, I did a meet and greet down there 2019, and it's all underground podcasts, and it's like this community that they had, where everybody's pulling for everybody, where you put this together, where it was a meet and greet. And like I said, I just happened to hit somebody and say, "Yo, what's this?" She said, "If you come down, we'll throw y'all on the headline because it's y'all, and because y'all from out of town, it makes it a better situation."
No doubt.
To see 20-something podcasts show up for each other. But nothing else other than just the communication. Everybody talk to each other. Everybody make sure we subscribe to everybody's situation. To see everybody try to build the community like that. That's the same thing we're talking about, but we talking about doing it from all the different places. And
all different places,
for sure. We build an informed Voltron. Now, like I said, down there, though, they were like all on it together. Now, since then, the Rona happened and everybody's world went crazy. But seeing that, and I'm telling them where I'm from in Philly, I'm from 23rd Street. If we say we doing something on 23rd Street, niggas will set up on 24th, in the middle of 23rd, on the other end of 23rd, on 22nd, on 21st. Like, they're going to do everything except support the situation. And that don't never
that's how niggas do it.
Just because that's how niggas is up here.
Right.
So it would definitely be in the South.
In the South, huh? All right, my last question, which I ask every podcaster this, though. But if you had a top 3 list, dog, dead or alive, who would you want to interview for your podcast, dog? Top 3. Dead or alive, so it can be anybody.
See, for me, I'll give you 3. But for me, it's like whatever it is that you're known for, we're not doing that on my platform.
I got you.
Because your audience, whatever that might be, you sing, rap, act, whatever it is, they're getting that from you every time they get you.
So they already know that.
I want to get something totally different out of you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you one that's going to definitely Nipsey. You got to go with Nipsey.
You got to.
When I've messed with Nipsey more so on a personal level than I did even the music at first, because like what he died for, you just seen pre-show. What's my phone doing? Damn, my man's calling from jail. My brother is calling from jail. And damn, your man gets out of jail and you going down here to make sure he got something. That would have been me. That's something that I would have did.
Yeah.
So definitely Nip. Tupac, because of Tupac ain't better than Biggie, but
I'm glad you said that.
I can admit that now, but 1995 hype was first off, and
fuck your bitch,
and nothing you could have told me about that boy. Okay,
right.
That boy has so much on young me that it's like I gotta go with him.
Yeah.
And my last one would be Hakeem Olajuwon.
Word.
Reason why I would say Hakeem Olajuwon is one, he's one of the most underrated players ever.
I give you that for sure.
And again, young me is watching Hakeem Olajuwon fast in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now, I'm born Muslim my entire life.
Okay.
But in my head, I'm watching this and I'm looking like whatever we believe in, this dude is out here ready to die for it. Because he can't breathe out there.
Exactly.
His lungs got to be on fire. So now when I go play for the basketball team, it's Ramadan and we fasting. I'm out there. Yeah, Olajuwon did it. I'm out here.
Yeah.
And you out there tongue wagging like, how this boy played 48 minutes? This was just practice.
Right.
So I would definitely go with Olajuwon because he's like he need to get more of a spotlight because they be disrespecting that boy when they go through these rankings and stuff. And like,
no, they do.
This boy had a jump shot handle. He would pluck the point guard. He's guarding the point guard, and he's going to give you 50 on the other end if you disrespect him.
Hell yeah, you can ask Shaq about that.
Shaq is my favorite player ever, but he disrespected Shaq in them finals
for sure.
And that was after he pissed on David Robinson.
Right, it's that footwork, bro.
That footwork.
That's that footwork.
Yeah. So yeah, I would go Elijah Wan, Nipsey, and Pac on that one.
Okay, I fuck with that. I only had 2, right?
Yeah, you got one more. You got one more for me?
No, I'm good. I ain't got no more.
Copy that. All right. Q, I appreciate you coming on, bro. That was episode, what is this? 104. We are out.